All right, really, again, just proud of our team for how they competed last week. It was just a phenomenal effort from our guys. Tremendous perseverance and leadership and will to win. It was just awesome to be a part of it. And really, I think one of those moments that you probably look back in your season when it's all said and done. And as a coach, it's really neat because there's just certain times where you go, you know what, boy, you almost can just. It's like your kids on the growth chart, used to always have a little growth chart hanging in Clay's room, and we'd take everybody in there and you mark it, and then you'd mark it, and it was just like sometimes you don't really see the growth as quick because you're so close to it. But that was one of those moments where I'm like, man, we really grew as a team, and so just special to be a part of it, and love where they were last night, coming back in here and getting focused on another division challenge. Going back on the road, be our third road game in this first half of the season, we got an open date next week. So, man, just got to do everything that we possibly can do. First of all, to get better, to improve, but to just try to play our best game and create great confidence and momentum going into the halftime of our season. And because I know that. The guys will be excited about that little break, but also opportunity for us to really formulate all the things that we need to do to give ourselves a great chance for the second half. So this week is really critical in a lot of ways on getting our team better. Another big challenge, Wake Forest, Dave's done a great job. They're 3-2. They got 2 tough losses. They lost a 1-score game to a really good BC team, and then they lost to Notre Dame, who a lot of people think maybe one of the best teams in the country. They're top 3 or 4 or 5 teams. So that's who they lost to. And they put 27 points up on Notre Dame, excuse me. So they're 3-2, and for them, they've got 1 division loss. So obviously they don't want another one. This will be we get everybody's best effort. That just kind of comes with the territory. But they're a problem. Offensively, they're doing some great stuff, scoring 38 points a game. I think they're second in the conference in total offense. They run the ball. They're rushing for 244 yards a game, and they play. Syracuse. I told y'all there's up tempo. Then they were lightning. I'm not really sure how to describe Wake Forest. I don't even really know how they get their plays called. To be honest with you, they're so fast. It is so fast, and it's all built off the run game and the RPOs and the screens, and then this little quarterback they got is a baller. He really is. He's going to be a problem for a while. He's a young player, but he is a tough competitor. Has a really good feel for what they're asking him to do, and they're very unique. It's almost like you're playing Georgia Tech again, but with a different style of play. They're very, very unique as far as how they run the action game. You'll see that when you watch the tape or you watch the game, and it's very slow developing. It's a lot of times this quarterback's all the way almost into the line of scrimmage, and then he pulls the ball, and it's a pop pass. They got 1 million pop passes. So it just really stresses you defensively to have great discipline. You've got to do a great job with your gaps. I think they coach very well, and their players understand, where they're not fitting, where you're not fitting the gaps properly, and what their plays do to create those problems. So it's a big challenge. They're getting that number 7 back this week at wideout. Number 3 is a really good football player. He leads the ACC. I think he's like 111 yards a game. He's averaging about 9 catches a game. That's Tim Bray. What's up, Tim?
All the way to Paris.
Holy cow! I just saw you. But anyway, didn't expect to see you. Good to have you back, man.
Good to be here.
All right. Maybe we can get some normalcy around here now. Man. Back around. Anyway, I think his name's Gorsuch or something like that. Dortch. Yeah, Dortch. That number 3, though, he's a baller. Quick, and like I said, leads this league. He's got a ton of catches. I think he leads them in touchdowns. He also leads the league in punt return. He's right at 17 yards of return. They've got 3 punt returns for touchdowns. I think they blocked 1 as well. So this is a really good player, and they have found some ways to score. So offensively, they're a big challenge. And look at the statistics show that. I mean, they're up there near the top and everything, but schematically, handling the tempo and getting lined up and some of their unique formations, especially when they line up into the boundary, it creates some problems. It's something we really didn't do a good job of last week as far as lining up to some of the stuff where, our guys didn't recognize a couple of the formations. So, and then defensively, that Zeke Rodney from up there at South Point, he's not very tall, but man, he plays big. He is a high motor, high intensity football player. They've got some unknowns. I mean, it seems like every other week here we're getting into a situation where there's just some unknowns, not quite to the extent of Texas A&M, but so they made a change at D coordinator just a couple weeks ago. We really only got 1 game, so who knows what we're going to see. And we've got to be prepared for what we've seen them do and what they've prepared to do, but also kind of anticipate a little bit on what they may do with somebody new calling it. But last week we didn't really get a lot. They kind of outmanned Rice. So still be some unknowns for us going into this game, and we'll have to make good adjustments and really get a feel early on exactly how they want to play us, what their identity is going to be. But they're a good football team. And again, Dave has done a tremendous job. Gotten better and better each year, and we're excited about the challenge.
Coach,